getting back to the airway, you can do the mouth to mask. Mouth to mask like this, you can get a proper air. You can do ambu this way, or if you don't have any of this equipment, you still can do pinch the nose, airtight seal, and press your lips against theirs. When it comes to ventilation, only enough air to see the chest rise up and down. And that holds true for young kids, that 5-year-olds, teenagers, and it also holds true for the babies. When you're ventilating for the babies, if you're on there, it's over the nose and mouth with just puffs of air to see the chest rise. So once you get your airway established, if an advanced airway like an endotracheal tube is placed and the breath sounds are equal, the breathing goes every 5 to 6 seconds. Now, in the meantime, somebody brought in that AED. That comes in, you could almost see where everything gets placed on the body, up here, down here. This gets plugged in. The person who's doing the chest compressions does not stop while this is being applied. Once the AED is turned on, you follow the prompts of the AED. It'll basically tell you what to do. It'll say stop CPR, analyzing. If there's a rhythm to be shocked, the AED will let you know by saying either continue CPR or a shock is advised. The AED is charged up. It says clear. The leader that's doing the code or the rescue tells everybody else to clear. The clear, shock is given. You get back on the chest immediately. Get into your chest compressions. So listen to the AED. After 2 minutes, it'll tell you to stop CPR, analyzing. Again, if there's a rhythm to shock, it will tell you shock is advised. If there is no rhythm to shock, it will say continue CPR. And as you continue CPR, the person up here gets very tired, so you want X out, have somebody else come in, take over, and somebody up here who's managing the airway, if the airway was possible. Now, the faster this shows up, the better chances for this person to come around with a normal rhythm. So you get that on there, get a shock going, and possibly you can get a normal rhythm back. Now when it comes to obstructions, I'm going to start with the baby here real quick as to doing CPR on the baby, as to how far you're going to push down on your compressions. You'll look at how big the AP to this young child, and that's how far you're going to be pushing your compressions down. Again, 30 to 2. You can hold them like a football, support the neck, get your 2 here. If you happen to be doing a neighbor's baby or somebody at home, you can run and get the phone, call 911, keep doing your chest compressions, don't stop, puffs of air. 30 compressions to 2 breaths. Now, if it's an obstruction on the infant, most likely you see a lot of that with the infants, you can turn them over like this, 5 back blows and or 5 chest thrusts, just like a compression to work the obstruction out. If you see the obstruction, you can pull it out. No blind finger sweeping is allowed. So then when you get up to the adult size obstructions, this guy was out there eating, he's choking on something, a complete airway shutdown. He can't tell you whether he can get a breath in or not. So you reach around into the diaphragm area and give him 5 abdominal thrusts to work that obstruction out. If that doesn't work, it goes into like a respiratory arrest. You can look in the mouth to see if you see the obstruction. If you see it, pull it out. Again, no blind finger sweeping. At that point, you're only set with chest compressions. And hopefully somebody has called 911 to get those guys on their way. Now when it comes to team leading roles, you have to have somebody that's running the show that can delegate to the people that are there to help. You have to have clear responsibility and clear roles on who's going to do what. You can't have somebody who has, let's say, a broken hand. They're not going to be doing chest compressions. Maybe they can run to the phone, call 911, or hunt down the AED and get it in there real quick. that's the real quick version. The things you need to know is the compression rate is 30 to 2. On a young child or a teenager, you can use the heel of one hand and do 15 compressions of 2 breaths. But basically, you need to know the 30 to 2. The rate is 100 to 120. You don't want to go any faster than that because you'll end up getting tired and get too sloppy on the chest compressions. Okay.